Welcome to Executive Insights. My guest today is Amar Narain, Chief Information Officer with Pizza Pizza. You may think pizza is all about toppings, but hopefully you will gain a different perspective after listening to Amar. In this episode, Amar talked about how Pizza Pizza is continuing on its path of using data and technology as a strategic differentiator. He shared why innovation is the key to his business and what the next big thing is that he's looking at. Hi, Amar. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
As the CIO with Pizza Pizza, what is the scope of your responsibility?
So my scope is fairly broad. I'm responsible for the entire network infrastructure, both for our 420 stores and our sister company out west, Pizza 73 as well. We have 88 stores there that I'm responsible for. In addition to that, all the development, the security, our communication platform, and anything to do with development and innovation I'm part of.
Wow, you sure have a lot of things on your plate. I recall a conversation you and I had a few years back at one of our CIO roundtables, right around the time you just launched your very first mobile app. And ever since then, many digital channels and opportunities have been created, and the rest, as they say, is history. And today, Pizza Pizza seems to be continuing on its path of using technology as a key strategic differentiator. How did you establish a culture of innovation and collaboration within an organization that's over 50 years old?
One of the key elements of that is our early innovation. When we first launched our mobile website, and that has proven to be a very good success for our business, especially on the customer side. That has grown tremendously, and it encourages us to continue to innovate. We have a great team of executives over the last few years, and we are all thinking about how can we leverage technology, what can we do with technology from our operation end to our finance, to our marketing, and everything filters down to IT is how do you work together to continue to innovate and in this business. If you don't innovate, you don't introduce some kind of technology, then customer doesn't gravitate towards the business anymore because I don't know if you know anyone without a smartphone today, but those are the people we're targeting and making that ordering experience as simple as possible.
And for your business, not only do you have to focus on your customers, but also your competitors in real time. And some may say that pizza is all about toppings, but one could argue that pizza is built on data and insights. I'm wondering, what is your enterprise data strategy and how does that influence your business outcome and customer experience?
It is a big influence on what we do and how we do it. If we look at 3-4 years ago, we were using data sets that our super users were providing to our business. We had a data warehouse, and that's where we looked at how can we provide more and more data to our business users, especially our users who are making all these critical decisions for our business, especially in the executive team, the marketing, ops, our finance team. And that's where we decided that, you know what, the best way to do this is provide the data at that end user level. And we came up with our BI tool and using that BI tool, creating those data dictionaries, that data set that an individual who's working at their desk that has nothing to do with IT can literally goes into that system and look at what we're selling, how we're selling it, where it's been sold, at which restaurant, at which region. And we have that detailed information that someone can drill down from top level all the way to a product level today. And that's how we've been using and understanding our data today to make critical business decisions.
Amazing. So I'm hearing the secret sauce is really giving users the control and power.
And that's where we see the biggest benefit for us, because as an IT department, we could do a lot more things with our time. We don't need to create reports. That's where the business can take care of us. We need to be more on the innovation side of things.
Couldn't agree more. So looking back at the past, 6 months, what are you most proud of?
The past 6 months has been critical for us. It's COVID era. There's lots of changes, and one of the biggest thing I'm proud of is our IT team. Our business obviously has to react to this pandemic. How do we continue to serve our customers? How do we continue to show provide that confidence in our customer that our product is safe? Everything is that we do until it delivers or they pick it up in our store is safe. And we have to do a lot of changes on our website. We had to do contactless delivery. We had to do contactless pickup. We have to do tips online so that when a driver goes, they don't have to touch that machine. So everything is done contactless, and within weeks, my team was able to work around the clock and provide those new features on our website and our apps at our call center. And I'm very proud of that part of it, is having a cohesive team, having good people working for you and dedicated people working for you. It's lucky to have in a business like ours. And I give kudos to my entire team and to the executive team too at Pizza Pizza, apart from the technology that we're using.
Amazing. Any lessons learned?
Um, Lessons learned is we know that only recently, late last year, we launched our GCP cloud with our e-commerce business, and that has proven to be very useful during the time of COVID, making changes, rapid change, deploying changes during business hours. It was something that we planned for, we wanted, and during this time, it worked really well for us because the changes that we were making multiple changes during the week, during peak hours. And we don't have time to make changes off hours. So those are the things that we benefited from. Things that we learned is having a good team and that strategy that we never planned for, and it came together just based on our experience that we have. We were able to execute on that.
And looking forward, where are you going? Where are you focusing on?
On a technology level, we're always looking at how can we add more convenience to our customer. You know, at the end of the day, we sell pizza, and we want to see how we want more people to buy pizza from us. And from a technology end, we want to leverage that technology. And one of the biggest things that we're looking at right now is artificial intelligence. I'm looking at artificial intelligence at our call center. If we look at call centers, it hasn't changed how we answer calls in over 100 years, probably. We're still using the phone to pick it up. And what we're doing is trying to automate that process where, you know, if a customer calls in, they can have just as good experience speaking to an automated system that's conversational. And we're looking at, we're working on that project today. We're currently doing some preliminary testings, and you know, it's going to take some time. It's a big project. We sell a lot of pizza. We have lots of toppings. We have lots of sizes, and these variable does play a part in our length of time that it takes to develop a program like this. But at the end, the goal is to see what we can leverage and how well we can create that new convenience to our customer. In addition to that, although we have a very successful website and our apps, we feel like there's room for improvement. And if we add artificial intelligence to that, I think it will augment the user experience that we already have today. And part of that, we're looking at artificial intelligence, using data, understanding our customer, providing customer service through our e-commerce platform. And these are some of the things we're currently looking at and how we can leverage that to the next level. So we're continuing to see what are the technology out there that would add value to our business, and at the same time, making that ordering experience as convenient and simple as possible.
Sounds like a really exciting journey ahead, and I'm so glad to hear that you're continuing on this path of innovation. Given the current uncertainties in economy and many CIO priorities, if you had to offer a word of advice to your peers, what would that be?
Well, it's a very sensitive times, especially in the budget. Those who are affected with their revenue, obviously they're seeing a slash in budget. But one of the things that I always look at, it shouldn't stop us from innovating. As leaders, we can be creative. We don't have to do things the way we always do it. That process doesn't have to be the same way. However, we can look at different areas and be creative in how we plan, how we execute, and how we can be more economical in terms of driving innovation within our organization. Innovation should never stop, but it makes it a little bit harder to justify and providing that business case for the business to show that, hey, this is something that will work and benefit the business, and it will add value at the end of the day. And that's what will drive our innovation.
Great piece of advice, Amar, and thank you so much for speaking with me. I really appreciate all your insights. This is another episode of Executive Insights by the IT Media Group. Thank you for tuning in.